How do, and welcome back. Well, I was in Morrison's this morning. Today is Sunday, is it the 17th of December, and I did the weekly shop on Sunday morning, and I found this beer, Czech Mates. First time I've seen it, Morrison's, but I have heard about it online, and it's a collaboration between Thornbridge Brewery and Budvar. Budweiser Budvar in the Czech Republic. And so it's an English brewed Czech lager. And I thought, I'm going to try that. So I've had it in the freezer for about an hour. It's nice and chilled. Let's pour it into a glass. I'm going to use my Staropramen glass because it's the only Czech glass I've got. And we'll give it a taste. I'm actually quite excited about reviewing this because over the Christmas holiday, which for me will start on Thursday, I'm going to brew maybe a couple of Pilsner lager style beers, and then my intention is to put them away for 2 months or 3 months during the cold weather of January and February, and just let it lager, and then in spring see what the difference is. So I'm going to brew one according to my recipe. I may brew a kit version as well using Nova lager yeast, and then just put them away for 2 or 3 months, let them really lager in the chilly January and February weather, and see what they taste like in spring. But this is it in the glass. Really nice deep golden colour, as you would expect from a Czech Pilsner. The German versions are more pale, they're more light and more yellow, and not an over big head. I could have probably poured that a bit more aggressive to get that classic Czech foam, but it's nice pure white and it's holding together. Okay, let's go for the aroma. Not as malty as I was expecting from a Czech style lager. Little bit of spiciness there on the nose, but it's not hitting me right in the face. Little bit of earthiness in there, but quite tamed down. I don't know why I was expecting sort of like a bit more hoppy, grassy, fruity, but it's not. It's quite a muted aroma, but a little bit of spice, a little bit of earthiness, and I'm not really picking up much malt at all. And usually you associate Czech lagers with being malt forward. It's the German lagers that I tend to find are more drier. You know, they've got a more biscuity sort of malt profile. Anyway, let's take a taste. Cheers. It's more maltier in the flavour. It's not as malty, I would say, as a Budvar. I should really have done the side by side, shouldn't I? But it's a nice beer. It's not overly bitter at the back end. There is a little bit of bitterness now just coming in. But you do have some nice sweet malts up front. And then there's a pepperiness, a little bit of grassiness in the hops, which I'm assuming must be SARS. Oh yeah, sort of mid-palate. You know, when you just squash your tongue up against the roof of your mouth, just to squeeze those flavours out. Yeah, you're getting like a lemoniness, some grassiness, a little bit of pepper in there. But it's all very muted. It's all very muted. It's not bad for an English lager, to be honest. My favourite is still the Drewer's bitter lager that I tasted in Budapest. Brewed in Budapest, and you drink it fresh. That's a bloody nice lager. I was sort of hoping this would have been like something I could drink in the UK that's comparable, but it's not. But as an English lager, it's nice. I've never seen this on tap in pubs. Maybe, I don't know where Thornbridge is. Is it in the Midlands somewhere? Maybe near the brewery. It's served on tap. That would be different. I'm a little bit underwhelmed, to be honest. I thought it would have been more of a bit more maltier and a bit more pronounced hop presence, a bit more bitter. But it is meant to be a Czech. It is meant to be Czech, and Czechs aren't as bitter as Germans. But I just thought there'd be a bit more in the hop profile. And I thought there'd be a bit more in the malt, because that's what Czech lagers are famous for, isn't it? It's the malt and those beautiful Saaz hops. It's a bit watery, it's thin. Again, I was expecting a bit more chewiness from a Czech lager, but it's all right. Hey, it's better than a lot of lagers we brew in the UK, most under license, of course. It's all right. It's a nice beer, but I wouldn't rush out and buy it. If it's there in your supermarket, yeah, pick up a can. They only sold them single cans. They weren't selling them in like a 4-pack or anything like that, so I just bought the one. To be honest, I'm pretty glad I did, because it's a lager you get bored of, I think, quite quickly. So yeah, just the one can to try. I think that's fine, and it's a nice quaffable beer. You could argue I've got it maybe a little bit too cold, so some of the flavours aren't coming out. It has been in the freezer for an hour, but then again, you're meant to drink these cold, aren't you? So yeah, a bit underwhelmed, to be honest, with the Czech Mate. I was expecting it to be a little bit more fruity, a bit more fuller bodied, a bit more hop character, those Saaz, the grassiness. You do get them, but it's all very muted. So there you go, that's my review of Czech Mate. I think my lagers are better than this, to be honest, and like I say, I'm going to be brewing them over the Christmas period. If you can recommend a kit, I'll put a kit on. I'm also going to do my recipe, and I might also do another one of them clone recipes that I haven't done for a long while. Maybe a clone of Pilsner Urquel, who knows. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you see it in the shop, pick up a can. I won't buy any more than that, just to give it a taste. End of the day, it's just a normal lager beer, and that's a shame. I was expecting a bit more, but there you go. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye for now.